god of rock and roll. Are you there? It's me, Anthony. Anyway, I really want to be famous. I was wondering if maybe you could help me out with that?
No way, Yahweh, there is no God.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who is this?
This is the Lord of the Underworld.
Oh, I must have the wrong number. I was trying to dial 7.
Well, I'm afraid you've dialed wrong, 'cause you've reached 666.
Wow, my mistake. But hey, since I have you on the phone, would you maybe consider becoming my manager? Or maybe you just have some advice on how to write a really big hit song. What do I do?
All you have to do is sing about me. Because the best way to sell art is with controversy. So let's all worship Satan together. It's just for business, not for pleasure. So let's all worship Satan together. It makes everyone's career so much better.
Okay, alright. I know what you're thinking. How could I ask the Prince of Darkness to be my manager? But look, all the stories you've heard about Satan, those are just rumors. You don't even know if they're true. And if Satan is really so bad, then why does he have so many nicknames? Where did those come from? He must have had at least a few friends. Oh, Lucifer, you old devil, you.
Let's all worship Satan together.
Okay, here's the thing. Even when they're not all that great, people just love songs about the devil. But even if this song becomes a really big hit, makes a lot of money, Satan will get paid most of the royalties. You know, that was the deal. But to hell with it. I'm not even worried about anything anymore. Plus, I already sold my soul to the devil, so I could get into heaven.
Let's all worship Satan together. It's just for right now, it's not forever. Let's all worship Satan together. When it goes out of fashion, never mind whatever. Drank so much coffee today that technically I am on cocaine. I have multiple personalities, but they are all exactly the same. My psychic friend has short-term memory loss, so she remembers tomorrow like it was today. Yesterday I spilled mustard on my mustard-colored jeans, and today there's an invisible stain. Oh no, oh no, oh no, where'd it go? Oh no, the stain appeared without a trace, and that'll never come out. wasn't really advertised. I am a pessimistic narcissist. I always feel empty, but I'm full of myself half the time. I know, I don't know, oh no, I don't. I am perfect, but not every time. Oh, I thought the song was done. I am perfect, but not every time.
My sister gave me her new phone number the other day, but I'm pretty lazy, so I just keep using the old number instead. The woman who has that number now is my new sister, and we talk every day. Luckily, they're both named Stephanie, so I didn't even have to change her contact information in my phone. Sometimes I think that my old sister is still trying to reach me, but I don't answer calls from numbers I don't recognize. But anyway, while I was on the phone with Stephanie, she said that she just started doing yoga, and she feels better than ever. She said that I should try doing it too. And I never used to take advice from my old sister, but this time I thought, new sister, new me. But when I tried yoga, I pulled a muscle in my back. It was the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. So I tried to call my doctor, but the number must have changed because some guy answered the phone instead. I said, can you recommend something for excruciating back pain? And he said, I think you have the wrong number. And I said, listen, you're my new doctor now and I need your help. What can I do to make my back stop hurting? And he said, I don't know. Have you tried doing yoga? I was so desperate for relief, so I tried it again. And this time, the pain went away instantly. It was incredible. So I called my new sister. I said, guess what? I did yoga. And she said, that's great. How do you feel? So I thought about it. And I said, actually, I feel about the same as before. What a waste of time.
Would you say if I asked you a rhetorical question, hypothetically? And what is the meaning of life? Tell me yes or no. That was a trick question. Or was it? I don't know. I don't have all the answers now. How could I when I don't even have all the questions? Ironically, I complain that I do not get sarcasm. Isn't that just great? I want to be a positive person, but that seems so unlikely. Sometimes I think my mind is playing tricks on me, therefore I'm always right. People say that happiness is a choice, but I can never make up my mind. And I know I'm getting older, 'cause now I'm old enough to remember being younger. And now I reminisce about nostalgia, 'cause it used to be better. What if the good old days future's running late. This trip down memory lane is taking us forever. I always hear people say that money can't buy happiness. But what if I paid them off? Maybe then they'd finally shut up about it. And nothing would make me happier. Don't bother to explain. It'll just go in one ear and right out the other. I don't know anything, but I think therefore I am, or well at least I think so. I am so totally vain. I probably think this song is about me, even though it's vague. But enough about Carly Simon, let's talk about me. I used to have a plan.
One, you're live.
We are live. Hey, welcome to Chirping Bird, everybody. Hi, everybody on Twitch. Unknown 420 on Twitch said, I'm ignoring my family for this. I hope it's good. That is one of the strangest, most optimistic things I've heard. If you watched last week, you'll know we were in a very dark place. I talked to one of the performers after the show. I don't know if it was booking. It was like the actual perfect booking of people that were all just in a weird place. The fact that I booked someone that had just fought cancer twice in the last year and was a survivor, and then another comedian that was just getting back into performing after COVID, and then also another comedian that runs a show called The Graveyard Shift, which is just dark comedy. And then the headliner was promoting her special on YouTube, her dry bar comedy, and doing all the material that was too dark to make the cut for the special. So it was just like 2 hours of incredibly dark material. It was awesome. It was great. So you can ignore your family for that. Tonight we have a different theme. We have a very different theme tonight. I realized that I had for months been joking around and teasing Canadians. And then I realized that Donald Trump really is going to try to make Canada a 51st state. So I want to reconcile so that we could coordinate that to not happen. Neither of us want that to happen. No one in the United States or Canada wants that to happen. But we have nothing useful to share with each other. We will make your health insurance worse is the only outcome that we can have. And here's what I'll tell you. I don't want to learn about Canadian politics if this happens. I don't want to learn. I will ask, I know there's that Ford guy. I want to know, is he like, what is like the Toronto guy that's Ford, the chubby guy, is he like a Governor Cuomo or is he like a Pritzker? I need to know what the equivalent in the United States is. And it's really going to be complicated for you because I'm in Illinois, where we have at any given point 2 governors in prison, and one just got pardoned by Trump. So I need help with understanding what it will be like to be the 51st state, because we'll be near each other. I'm looking in the chat. Dear 420. Oh yeah, we set the bar very, very low, very low. Here's your options for tonight. Watch the U.S. hockey team win, or watch this, or hang out with your family. Just watch this. You don't need to watch the U.S. hockey team. Canada's not going to become a state, so don't bother learning anything about hockey. Last time I had Canadians on the show, I got fact-checked about a statistic or about a fact I made about hockey, and I was completely wrong because Desiree Walsh's dad fact-checked me somehow. She messaged her dad, and he told the truth and was right. I said that Wayne Gretzky invented the curve on the hockey stick, and that's why he was so good, because no one else caught on. And she texted her dad immediately and was like, this American is fucking lying about hockey. And her dad got up and yelled and said, no, it was invented in 1969 by this guy that played for the Blackhawks. And I looked it up and he was right. So I got fact checked on hockey. We're not going to do that anymore. We're now going to start out with the American and Canadian national anthem being played at the same time. We're going to see what this sounds like, because this might be the future. We're just going to play them at the same time, and then everybody could boo, and then it doesn't matter. We'll just. I might close with that. I'm gonna pull them both up on YouTube. Annie, we'll figure out the tech on this. I think we could do it. Stan Mikita of the Blackhawks. Is Blagojevich still in jail? No, Blagojevich got pardoned. Blagojevich is out of jail. He got his sentence commuted. And Blagojevich got pardoned by Trump last week. He's actually fine. And this sets the bar for him to join the cabinet if he wants. And that's what the local reporters are asking, is if he wants to join the cabinet. And he's like, I'm not going to speculate. I'm like, oh, great. So he's going to fucking do it. Now, for those of you that don't remember, he tried to sell Barack Obama's Senate seat when Obama ran for president. He tried to sell it and got caught trying to sell it for monies. And then he got caught, and then he went to jail. His hair, he's in a cover band now. That's what he's been doing. He got out of jail. He joined a band in jail, and now he's just been playing like Red County fairs. He's traveling through the state of Illinois playing county fairs, doing covers. Basically, the Blues Brothers plot came to life with Rod Blagojevich. It's really sad. Yeah, he's a strange man. Patty Blagojevich is friends with Trump himself. They were both on what were they on together? Survivor?
Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh, Celebrity Apprentice. That's how they all got hooked up with Celebrity Apprentice. That's how the wheels and deals are made. Thank you. I got a direct message question. What will happen with Canadian currency bills and coins? I know they're called loons. Because I tried to play Mortal Kombat 2 the other week. Oh no, actually I tried to get an iced tea out of a machine, and my wife has a purse. I don't have a purse, so I don't carry any change. And she gave me a Canadian quarter, and it didn't work, and I was so fucking pissed off. And I was like, this better work in like 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we better start taking it. So we're gonna start taking Canadian currency is what it's gonna do. 2 is a toonie and 1 is a loony. See, these are things that Americans aren't going to do that. Americans aren't. Will not catch on. You could be. This is going to be sad. It's going to be sad. And then also one thing that when I went to Canada, I didn't. When I traveled through Ontario and Quebec, I could not figure out if there was still a royal family of Canada, because there was so much shit named after kings and queens and the license plates and stuff. It didn't make sense. And I didn't realize that Canada's still a Commonwealth or something? Or still no, you can't. England's going to fight us for Canada at that point. That doesn't make sense. There's no royal family of Canada. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the prime minister does. I don't even know. To me, that's like the vice president. He doesn't really do anything. He just gets in fights with Congress. And then I think I'm just stating facts I kind of know about Canada. So Michael and Kelly, you can help me out. But Canada has like more than 2 political parties, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Just get 2 political parties. I don't know. I can barely memorize to vote for the D or the R on any given ballot. And then when I see an I pop up like next to somebody's name, I just freak out, and then I just don't vote. So if there's too many candidates and parties, I don't vote. The one thing I will tell you, if you become the 51st state, I feel like I vote 2 Canadians, and then it's just like me threatening to take over Canada, which I told you I do not want to do. But just do what I do, and every election vote to recall every judge. I just do that. I don't know why. It's just a thing where I'm like, if I was like the last person that sent someone over the edge to be recalled as a judge, then they probably were a shitty judge. Like that's like, I don't want to be the one person to keep a shitty judge. I'd rather be the one person to get rid of a shitty judge. Brandon, does that check out legally? Is that legally sound advice for me to give to Canadians if they were?
I think giving the benefit of the doubt to throwing the judge out is the wise decision.
There we go. See, look at that. Resident legal counsel in his turtleneck in his tenement. I don't know where he's. I'm. You know, that's an improvement. That's an. I like that. Look at this. He's got an open door policy here. And he would walk right in off the street, right into his fucking kitchen, and the Zoom show. We'll see if somebody appears later. It's still less scary than the portrait he's had the last 2 weeks. It's still much less scary than the Trump portrait that he's had. Can we still bring us liquor to Canada? Can you do that now? Can you bring liquor across the border?
Duty free.
You can't like
at a duty free shop.
Like enough to drink like for one day. Like that's like I think what that was a question from William Claude Reynolds, and I think what he's concerned about is Lorna and Andre running out of Fireball whiskey. I think he is really concerned. This is how revolutions happen. I'm telling you, William Reynolds, Fireball. Canada runs on Fireball. Massachusetts runs on Duncan. Oh God, that stuff's made with antifreeze, says Eric Sizemore. That's why Canadians love it. Let's just be honest. That's why Canadians love it. Literally, it is made with it. It's so cold in Chicago right now. I don't know if it's cold. How cold is it up there, Kelly, right now?
Oh, I don't know. Let me check.
Can you use Fahrenheit, please, because you're gonna have to get used.
Shut up.
We're not bringing the metric system with you.
I've got to figure out what this is in Fahrenheit. I don't know. Hold on.
How many is it in Celsius?
Minus 11 Celsius.
It's like minus 11 Fahrenheit. Let's just say that. That's the new scientific conversion. I think negative 20 is the same as negative 20. I think that's where
I know once it hits negative 40, it's the same for Celsius.
Okay.
And Fahrenheit. My phone won't tell me. I won't tell me. I'll figure this out.
Minus 10 Celsius?
Brandon.
And then I just typed minus 10 Celsius into Google, and it just brought up Celsius sparkling water. That's all it did.
No.
It's like, do you want a 10-pack of sparkling water? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. We are now in the enshittification of the world.
What is this? It's
I can't spell Fahrenheit. I can't
Fahrenheit. Yeah, Eric's right. Yeah.
It's 14 Fahrenheit. Okay, so it's colder in Chicago right now. This is good. So bring the warm air with you from Canada as you join the union. What's left of the union at this point. He's got 2 Fahrenheit northwest of Chicago. Mike Ecker, it's very cold.
Yeah.
Sizemore said it's 12.2 degrees. Brandon's posting, should we rename Royal Canadian? Well, yeah, because there's no royalty in Canada. Yeah, so I think we should call it Commonwealth Canadian is what the new name of that should be. I did celebrate President's Day. Everybody, it's President's Day today. Someone just typed Gerald Ford in the. Oh yeah, the Sizemore was saying that your favorite U.S. president is Gerald Ford. Eric Sizemore, do you want to explain yourself? Because that's bullshit. I'm just gonna be honest. There's no way your favorite president is Gerald Ford. So Sizemore, I'm gonna put you on the spotlight. Why Gerald Ford? See, he won't even answer. No, he thinks that Gerald Ford invented the Ford Mustang. That is what happened there. He's like, cargo fast. He was like the Elon Musk of the 70s, Gerald Ford, right? All right. No, lowest body count. All right, fair enough. I celebrated President's Day by day drinking, as George Washington would have done as well.
Hell yeah.
Everyone forgets that the founding fathers were just drinking 3% cider all day long because there was no potable water. That's basically what they did. Everyone was drinking. Everyone was borderline buzzed and drunk for like the first 300 years of American history. It's fucking spectacular. So in honor of President's Day, I did that. Don't be mad at me. I didn't vote for him. I did not vote for George Washington. All right. I knew nothing about him. I did, I don't know where I was. I just didn't vote him. What is going on here? Helmet hair is free for. I don't I don't know. Washington actually made a fortune distilling liquor. That's good. That's who we want running. Okay, if we put distillers in charge of the country, I think we'd be good, because I actually am afraid that RFK is going to do another prohibition. I really am afraid of it, and I need my bathtub to bathe in, not to make wine in. He's going, Eric Sizemore, he's getting rid of all mental health drugs. He wants to investigate the efficiency of all serotonin reuptake inhibitors and everything else, epilepsy drugs, benzos, all of those things. And then he's gonna come for booze. He's gonna come for booze because we are all self-medicating with it on this show. So he's gonna probably make that illegal. Sorry, Sizemore, we're gonna have to rum run. We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to bootleg. But yeah, I know. We'll make bathtub wine. It's fine. We'll start a distilling show on here. Only 3 people will blow up their houses. My money's on Mike Eckert. My money's on Mike Eckert. Mike Eckert has distilled. I'm just saying he has distilled before. I could just tell. There's no way. And he wasn't doing it because he was like, just like, the taxes on this shit are way too high. He's like, he sees a stamp tax on a bottle of booze and he's like, fuck this. Eric Sizemore is fermenting himself. That's interesting. I don't know what that means. What did you ferment? Yogurt?
Lots of stuff.
All right. On accident. So your fridge broke. That's what you're saying. Your fridge broke one day and everything in it got puffy. Everything puffed up and exploded in your fridge. That is what I made my own champagne one time. I know technically I can't, it's a sparkling wine. It wasn't from the Champagne region of France. But I did make my own. You know what? I'll call it fucking champagne. Somebody stop me. You know, I'll just. I made my own champagne. It was so crazy. Don't do that. Don't try to do that. It was so bubbly. I should have kept one and drank it on this show and gone blind in one eye. That's probably what would happen. Jinda is here. I do want to point out we could bring back the search party for Jinda. He made it. He got out of his other Zoom commitments tonight. So William Reynolds started this off I just want to point out, he started off this whole show by saying, fuck Musk, fuck Trump, fuck Doge. So Eric, I want to check in on you. How are things going? Are you doing all right? I know he lives in the DC area, and I know he's a cool and patriotic person. So I want to know if he got the same letter that I got to stop doing this show due to budget cuts. I got a letter. I got offered a buyout to stop doing Chirping Bird. I didn't take it. It was from my mom. She was like, why are you still doing this? Mark, what do we have to do? Do you need money? And I was like, I'm not going to stop doing the show. So we're still going. America's Librarian is here. Ko Annie, our tech person, said a local. See, I'm going to read it out loud before reading it to myself. A local high school accidentally served expired apple juice and had to send home hella students because they got drunk. So that's just called the French teaching method, because they let children. Kelly might know this. They let school children drink like 2 glasses of wine at lunch until like the 1980s. They just let them do that, and probably still smoke. It's awesome. So if that's going on in French Canada, it sounds a lot like Kentucky. So I kind of think we should just move Canada next to Kentucky, and then leave them alone, and then just not visit them. Those kids got drunk. That's awesome. Can you imagine that? Just getting drunk off apple juice and not knowing it, and just being like, "This is the funniest school lunch I've ever had. This is so funny. My teachers are a riot." Okay, we do got to get started. We got to get the show started. I am super happy to have all of our performers on tonight. Again, if you like, it's like Eric Sizemore, is that from like a dentist video? Is that from like a kid coming off of one of those
Right.
getting their molars, sending them home like that? Okay. We do have 2 of my favorite, I would say my top favorite among many, but not I can't say you're my 2 favorite because I have other Canadian performers that I like. But I booked a bunch of Canadians because I want everybody here that is in America to realize that Canadians are just like us. They're just like us. They're like us. This is a learning week. They're just a lot healthier than us. I don't know how to say it. They're a lot healthier. Like the equivalent I'll say is like America is a country that just ignores the check engine light and hasn't changed their oil since they bought their car 20 years ago. and Canada at least gets in line to wait, like 4.5 hours to get their oil changed every 6 months. That's the equivalent right there. They're less unhealthy. Okay, fine, less unhealthy. There we go. I like that. They're still allowed to drink up there. They're still allowed to drink. What the hell's going on in here? Laughing Larry needs to chill out over there. What is he talking about? Alien invasions and shit. This AI thing, he's out of control. I don't even know where he comes from. I thought I just want to say, so everyone that knows what I'm talking about, there's a thing called Laughing Larry AI. It's an AI chatbot that is in the Twitch chat room. And I don't know where he comes from, because one night Annie and Jay couldn't run tech. So they're like, can you kick off and start the stream and all that? I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to do the pre-show stuff, but I'll start it out. And I started it out, and Laughing Larry, I popped in immediately and just started like railing on people. And I don't know where he fucking came from. I actually told him to stop, and he didn't. He did not stop. So I don't know where he comes from, but thank you for joining us on Twitch. If you do have a question and you're watching on Twitch, you can ask us. You can ask me. I'll get to it. I'll ask someone. Someone else is joining the room. If you have a question here in Zoom, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Just don't interrupt the performer. You can interrupt me. I don't care. If you got something to say, just say it now. Say it now. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. I'll put this on TikTok. I'll put the hecklers on TikTok. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to outflank you. I'll have to download TikTok. I'll have to see what it is first. I'll have to make a new account there. But yeah, we're going to get this started. I keep doing the thing where I introduce comedians and then I de-introduce them, because I have ADD and something else catches my attention that's bright and shiny, like someone joining the room or someone typing something on Twitch. This is a weird, okay, the commercials on Twitch are getting out of control too. I'm just going to point it out that I don't know if they're related to what I'm saying is what I'm trying to figure out, but this is like tick prevention. I don't know why. There's did the automatic ad generation that Amazon's using to run Twitch, because Amazon runs Twitch and they're just selling ads to buy stuff on Amazon, think I am a dog because of the color of my shirt. I look like a Labrador. I don't really know what's going on. Okay, ask Steve. We're going to start this out. I don't know what's going on. My advice to all our performers tonight is don't read the chat during your set. It will throw you off as much as it threw me off. Yeah, please welcome from Canada, the wonderful Kelly Zemnikas.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing I brought my vodka to the show tonight. It's good.
Nice.
Nice.
Drinking it while I can. No, I love this. I got booked to do this tonight. Only a few hours ago, to be totally transparent. And I was wondering if Mark was going to make me do a report on what happened at the airport today.
Whoa! I just found out about that 2 minutes ago. When
everything is there's no casualties. It's a fucking miracle, because that plane totally flips out. Everyone is fine. They are fine. It's amazing. No one perished, which is great. Does this make me excited to fly in 48 hours? Hell no. I'm not. I'm terrified.
Oh God.
I am scared, man. I am scared. Yeah, we're not psyched about what's happening politically at all up here. We're not cool. I frankly, Mark was saying he doesn't want to learn about Canadian politics. I don't want to learn about Canadian politics. Oh my gosh. It's a fact, friends. Canadians, we're not big fans of elections and voting. We're really we're very chill. There are no term limits here. That's one thing I can tell you all. There are no term limits. I do believe you have to call an election legally every 10 years. But if nothing's going on, you're just good to run the ship, So, yeah, that's a fun fact. One great thing, though, about everything Trump is ruffling up, he has made my home province, the province of Quebec, more patriotic than they have ever been. Because if you're a Canadian, you know that province has tried to leave Canada, I think about 3 or 4 times in my lifetime. So the fact that Trump has made them more Canadian, bless. Thank you, Donald. Wow. I really appreciate that. That is a great thing. I love that I'm on the bill with a fellow Canuck, Michael Harrison, tonight. And Michael just did a show with my boyfriend, who's also a comic, Adam Gable. So I love that Michael got Adam. Now he's got me. And next week, Adam's daughters will be opening for Michael. So he's got the whole family. We're just going to throw them in, get them to do some comedy. They're pretty funny girls. I adore them. It's a pretty wild time to be dating an American as a Canadian. It's quite a thing. We're in a long distance relationship. My boyfriend's in Brooklyn. I'm here in Toronto. You know, some couples, they keep like separate apartments or maybe separate bedrooms until 2030. We will be keeping separate countries. I'm going to stay here. I'm not going anywhere. I will stay right here. No, it's wild. And like I have enough points, or I qualify actually for a working visa in the States. But they're really expensive. They're really expensive to go get. So my immigration lawyer was saying to me, like, well, you've been dating an American now for what, like 3 years? Like, why don't you guys just get married? Apparently, telling your boyfriend, my lawyer says we should get married is not romantic. So I'll have to work on the phrasing of make it more cozy, you know? Yeah, there we go. Some people are surprised to learn that I have never been married. I've never been engaged. But the truth is, no one's ever has asked me. No one's asked. I have though been asked to be the lookout on a drug deal. So I said yes to that, everyone. There we go. Yeah, no, it's true. In my defense, I did not think that is what my date meant by, do you want to do something fun after dinner?
Oh, shit.
I had no idea. I thought, we'd go like bowling or something. See a movie. But no, he was giving me my script to say if the police came.
Jesus Christ.
giving me my storyline. But I thinking about it, I think the fact that I have been a lookout, I think that bodes well for me as marriage material, because like, to be a good lookout, you have to be dependable. So I'm a dependable partner.
Yeah.
I think that makes it work. I think it makes it work. I dated that guy for like 3 months after the dress. I did indeed. I dumped him when I went to use the washroom, and he had run out of toilet paper. Yeah, apparently that's my bar, everyone. I will lie to the cops for you if I need to, but I am not wiping my ass with paper towel. That's where I cut it. Yeah, it's great. It is great. I am a little bit kinky. I have to tell you that I am a little kinky. I do have a safe word though. I'm tired. Yeah. I mean, have you met this decade? Yeah, I'm exhausted, everyone. I am quite pooped. I am exhausted. I got an email from my bank today, actually, saying that my visa is approaching its limit. So I wrote back and I said, you and me both, Visa. I too have had enough, everyone. This is too much. It is. Thank goodness they don't send out that paper statement anymore telling you how long it's going to take to pay off your balance. Because like, me and Visa need to end this farce that I will be paying this card off. Like, it's not it's not happening, friends. It is not going to happen at the rate that I'm going and this planet is going. I do not think anything will be here by the time I may pay that card off, which is fine. It's fine. I don't have any little Kellys So I won't be leaving like a legacy of little Zenickuses with this world. But I will be leaving my Capital One legacy. Yeah. Yeah. What's in my wallet? A shit ton of debt. Everyone, a shit ton. But it's fine. I'm doing fine. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Yeah, I have no kids, which, as I like to remind my Uber drivers, is okay. I don't know about people in other cities, but the Toronto drivers, man, they are keeping tabs if I have procreated. It's really weird. I don't know if it's part of the training now to find out if I've had children. But yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it when I'm coming home from a show and a driver's like, "Oh, who's been watching your kids while you've been out?" You know? And yeah, and when they ask me that, I like to take a little beat. They're in the back seat. I just take a little moment and I just go, "Oh no, the children. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh no. No. I forgot to have children." Knew there was something I forgot to do. Yeah. I also forgot to buy eggs. Can we circle back to the Whole Foods? Just, yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I in lieu of kids, I have a 5-year-old niece and a 90-year-old father. Everyone, woo! That's a party. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's just as fun as having babies running around. Just as fun. Hey, let's play a fun game, everyone. Called Who Said It? The 5-year-old or the 90-year-old. Who's ready to play? This is fun. This is good. All right, here we go. First question. Kelly, I have an important meeting. Can you take notes? 5-year-old niece. That was my niece, everyone. She's very astute young lady, that Liz. She's so smart. She is so smart. I've asked her to be my agent, and I have a meeting on Friday. So fingers crossed. She is tough. All right, next one. Who said it? Do I have to brush my teeth? That was my dad. Everyone, that was my dad. Yeah, it's great. We don't know why. Suddenly he's no longer a fan of brushing his teeth, and they're still his own teeth. Yes, question mark.
Wow.
So he's got to keep them. He's got to keep them, man. All right. Last one. Here we go. Who said it? Do I have to wear pants? That was both of them. Everyone, that was both. Yeah. Yeah. Post-pandemic, nobody in my family is a big fan of pants. It's amazing. I love it. It is so good. I would consider myself to be a good daughter. You know, I do poke fun at my dad a bit, but I'm a good kid, you know, because I talk to my parents every single day, which I think that's a nice thing to do, you know. I do live with them, so. Right off screen. It would be weird if I didn't talk to them. That would be very strange. But no, it's good times in the house. It's good times. I'm of Latvian heritage, and like as a kid, you know, they'd bake lunches for me, send me off to school with a little something. You know, I'd maybe have like some Latvian pirags in my lunch. They're like a dumpling or a pierogi. Like they're really delicious. But when you're a kid, it's just like not cool, right? No one wants to share with the piragi girl. No one does. It didn't in the 80s, maybe now, but not then. But I was very popular with the teachers, though. Yeah, because my thermos was always filled with vodka. So It's fine. Drinking young is fine in my house, everyone. It's okay. Don't be concerned. Totally normal. Totally normal. My mom and dad have been together 57 years now, which is very impressive. Very impressive. And they have their birthdays quite close together. My dad bought my mom a book for her birthday. And again, 57 years. It's important to keep this in mind. My dad bought my mom a book called How to Lose Weight for Seniors.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And my mom, she bought my dad a book for his birthday called You'll Die Alone. We're pretty sure mom bought her book first. So we're kind of worried about what's going on with these two, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it will be fine. I'm someone who is in recovery. That's exciting. That's exciting stuff. Yeah, I am. Yeah, thank you. I am a recovering Sunday brunch hostess. So thank you. I'm doing good. It's been like 5 years since I've asked anybody, would you like to see a menu? And I'm doing so good. I'm so proud of me. I am. I really, really thought I'd be great at that job because, like, I love food. I love brunch. I mean, I'm a white lady. Of course I do. I absolutely love brunch. And, like, I love talking to people, so I thought I'd be great at it. But apparently I don't love working. I didn't realize that part. There was the hitch in that plan. Wheels fell off there. Yeah, I don't know. I was not good at it. People are weird on brunch. I like the Sunday morning hanger thing is real. It is real. You ask very strange questions of a Sunday brunch hostess. Friends, you do. I remember once a couple came up to me and asked me if I would watch their baby while they had brunch.
Ooh.
Their baby, like I would not recommend leaving your umbrella with a host, let alone your human. Like, just don't. Just think about it. How many times do you go home with the wrong umbrella? Okay, so I don't need that kind of pressure. The kid looks like the line cook. I don't know who goes with who. It does not matter. The job made me far too salty for a weekend morning. Pretty sunny disposition, but it wasn't good. I just brought out the worst in me. I'd be asked like, hey, what comes with the grilled cheese sandwich? And I would say a plate, which like factually totally correct. But it's not like the nicest answer. So now I primarily work from home. I do a lot of post-production work, so it's great. I basically get paid to watch TV now, which is awesome. And I work a lot in reality TV. And I got to say, the best part about working from home is when I show up at like the staff parties, I just fucking destroy at like staff trivia and nobody knows who I am. It's wonderful. They're just like, why is the waitress, why does she know so much about this show? Doesn't work on the show, damn it. I do. I work a lot in reality TV. I work a lot on home renovation shows, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I've come to realize that most couples on a home reno show need therapy, like way more than they need a house. Just easily. Yeah, I'll be working on like Love It or List It, just yelling at my laptop, buddy, dude, it is It is not the kitchen. That is the problem. Your wife does not like you. I'll send you the transcript. It's pretty obvious. Not only is your house falling apart, your relationship has asbestos. You know, it's wonderful. That's great. It takes a long time to make these shows. And on one show I was working on, a couple broke up during filming, which was great. They should pretend they were still together.
Oh, God.
Them. Yeah. They ended up listing both the house and each other. So it was fun. It was fun. Yeah. I want to address something before I go. I realize that with this shirt and this background, you're probably thinking, Kelly must love crafting. No, I hate it. I have some BCE. I've got some big crafting energy. I realize that, but fucking hate it. Like, I don't know why. I don't know. Was I a sheep in a past life? I don't know. I don't know what my problem with wool is. I am not sure. I spent a lot of money in therapy trying to figure it out. Actually, wait, maybe it's this. When I was a kid, I was like 7 or 8. I bought a needlepoint kit. It was like my very first purchase. And I gave my $10 to the cashier. And my mom was saying to me, like, Kelly, this is going to be all of your money if you buy this, you know? And I was just like nodding my head along because like I was a kid going, hey, Mom, I know. So just, handed the cashier my money. And then I just stood there and I dead-eyed this guy because I was expecting him to give me my money back because I thought we were playing, you know? That's how shopping works, right? So I'm just standing there waiting for my money. And my mom's like, Kelly, we got to go. You're not getting any change back. And so she drags me into like the center of the shopping mall in Tampa. We're in Tampa. And I just start crying, like I'm wailing. And I'm just screaming, I want my money, which sounds an awful lot like I want my mommy, which resulted in my mom then having fights with these women walking by going, I swear she's my daughter. So I think that's why I don't like crafting. Maybe I think I've had a small breakthrough there, everybody. Anyways, friends, I've been Kelly Zanickas from Canada. As far as I'm going to try, we're going to remain a separate country. So I'll stand on this side of the border. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, one more time for Kelly.
Ooh.
Your new title should be household inspector. You're I don't know. I think it's so funny to think about like you have to give the people the transcript just for them to understand, like read it out loud. I'll change it, like remove their names from it, just be like, read this scene with 2 people in it and tell me how healthy you think this is. And you're like, that was you 2 weeks ago. That was you in your mind. Why, for the sake of ratings, would you make them pretend to stay together? It would be so much funnier.
Oh, it would be.
Yeah, just let that, just follow them to the courthouse and everything. Let's see how this goes. Laughing Larry is our AI, and he's hallucinating in the Twitch right now. Abigail Hydrangea Brown got him going, and he's not making any sense. So I think we beat AI by asking questions that he couldn't answer anymore. But if you do I did want to say this before Kelly went up. If you like what you see and you want to support our comedians, they always appreciate donations to my Venmo, which I then have to PayPal to Canada because they don't have Venmo. So I do want to point out, if you did become the 51st state, you 100% will be involved in Venmo. I'll be able to Venmo. You'll be able to Venmo them directly. It'll be a lot simpler. We'll get through this together. I like that. You don't have Venmo, but you have PayPal, which I think Musk still makes money on too. So it's kind of sad.
Probably. Yeah.
Let's figure out a way to send. We'll mail. I'll mail all the pennies out of the U.S. before they get rid of them. That's what I'll do. I'll find all my pennies.
Right. We don't have pennies anymore. We got rid of them 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Yeah, we haven't had pennies in decades.
Who was on your penny?
The Queen.
That's
For a bit. Yeah. No.
All right. Well, it sounds like you guys are living in the future of the United States already. So maybe we'll get rid of the penny and we'll get health care. Yeah. One way or another, that's what this is going to result in. He either makes money off of it or he eliminates it. What's really confusing is that Venmo and PayPal are owned by the same company. I know. That's what I don't understand either.
Really?
Yeah. There's a couple other companies. PayPal owns like a lot of those payment like you don't realize that they own another payment company too. I can't remember what it is, but they own like 3 or 4 of them. It's very strange, but they don't own. Yeah, I thought Canada didn't have a queen. Sean, I'm confused too. They don't have a queen, and they're still putting her on the penny. And then Yes, let's, like we're here
unless
to learn.
Michael wants to take this during his set, he's welcome.
We're here to learn. We're here to learn.
So no, we've got a monarchy, which obviously is right now King Charles. We do have them on our money, but there's no King of Canada, no Queen of Canada. What we have in place is someone called a Governor General.
What the hell
acts as the representative of the King or Queen in the country under the Commonwealth. So, yeah,
I'm learning too much. I don't like how much I'm learning. It's way too much learning. Governor General.
Yeah, that's
like that sounds like a title. That 100% sounds like a title Trump would make up for somebody. You know, he'd be like, he's the governor and general. He's a governor general. Yeah, he's bigger and taller than the prime minister. You're like, that doesn't matter. Why are we talking about this? Doesn't matter. Yeah, just bring Tim Hortons to the States. I love that they serve dangerously hot coffee there. I was in Canada for 1 minute, saw the first Tim Hortons pulled over, and I was like, fuck yeah, I gotta try this. Got the coffee, almost burned the shit out of myself. It was so hot. They don't serve it that hot in the States. So if you become the 51st state, you can bring your hot coffee with you. Please bring it back. Bring it back. It'll be like the 80s here again. It'll be awesome. People will be smoking their crotch. This is what we need. Thank you very much, Kelly. One more time for Kelly's. I'm Nick.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going. And we're gonna bring up our next performer, the wonderful Michael Harrison.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm from Canada too. Fuck America. Let's start with that. Why not? Good God, man. We're made it to the finals. We're gonna do another hockey game with America. That's pretty sweet. Oh yeah. That's pretty sweet. I loved it. I love that you Americans thought you won those fights, by the way. That's been so fucking ridiculous. I don't think you guys watched the game, but you guys lost 2 of those 3 initial fights, and you're like, we won them all. I like that, though. I like that Canada. First off, who gives a shit if Canada boos your national anthem? Who cares? That's literally the worst we can do. Let us have it. Why? Who cares? It's a song. Most of your country hates yourself anyways. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are patriotic all of a sudden, right? Fuck. But I love it in Canada. Want to go out to the hockey rink is our new want to take this outside. You know, that's pretty sweet. Yeah. So you know what it means, though? It means that we have to go to Boston for the last game. It's going to be in Boston.
Oh, yeah.
And they're used to racism and bigotry out there. So that's going to be a tough game. That will be my prediction right now. Canada's going to be winning, and then they're going to call ICE on all our players.
Oh, shit.
Like, look, they're making money. We caught them, right? Gosh. That was, yeah. By the way, I've been on a cruise for a minute, so I'm just like catching up with all this stuff as I'm listening to you guys. But it is sort of funny that Trump was like was threatening us in January, because I'm like, bring it. Let's get it going now, because I've seen how you people do in the cold. I'm not too worried. Because you are Americans, man, pusses in the cold for sure. I live in New York. It's like right now it's pretty cold. I just got here today, but yeah, people are bitching. I'm used to it though. I always hear it. Like I remember once a person in New York came up to me. He's like, "Oh, you're Canadian. You're probably used to this." And I was like, "No, I still have working nerve cells."
Yeah.
Right, just because I have prior experience doesn't mean I'm used to it. I've been hit by a car before, you know what I mean? It's not like someone could walk up to me like, "Hey, can I slam you with my Toyota?" You're probably used to it. And also, Mark, you did make a great point where you're like, why would you guys want to go? Why would we want to go to America when you guys could come to us? Healthcare alone is the best reason for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys love that. You love that we get free healthcare, and I hear it a bunch too. It's like, oh, you got free healthcare. It's amazing. And I always keep thinking, it's like, wow, you guys have it too. You have the right to bear arms, right? If there's a country that deserves free healthcare, should it be the one that has access to dangerous weapons? Is that just me? Like, I see a doctor whenever I get a sliver. There's broke Americans who get shot. Look at it. Like, I think I could take care of this myself. I saw a rerun of Grey's Anatomy last night. I think I'm good. I think I know how to do this. It is. I don't know, man. It's just like, you guys are fucking terrifying. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just came from a cruise ship, so I had to entertain a bunch of people on there. So I've been writing like that for the last week. And by the way, can I also throw this out? I also got hired for this show maybe an hour before this show. So the first off, that means he likes Kelly more. You got booked first, apparently. And also, I bet all those people who didn't come were American, huh? And you had to come to the Canadians to fill your own show. And you trash us. How dare you? You owe us. I went to cruise. Did you guys, by the way, go on cruise ships? Mike Eckert, question mark, dude. Are you guys?
I cruise all the time.
Yeah, right. I know. Yeah, they're not bad. I get you. The buffet is a little intense. You know what I mean? That's for sure. I think there's enough food on a cruise ship to feed a small country. Like, you could really end a lot of poverty just off cruises, right? Maybe that should be your guys' new like USAID plan. Is instead of sending food out to people, just get people in impoverished countries cruises. Because seriously, like, if I could sum up a cruise in 2 words, it'd be "I'm full." For sure. And that's what I mean. I feel like shit right now. I feel very fat. And now I'm like, oh God. Like, the last day on the cruise, I went to the salad bar, and there was a long line on the last day at the salad bar, which is hilarious in itself. But but yeah, it was like so long. I actually, because everything's a buffet there, I actually got a cookie to wait for the fucking salad line. I'm such a moron. just eating the cookie. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get more romaine lettuce for this. Oh. One cool thing, though, I stopped off in Honduras, and I went to a sloth sanctuary. That was pretty sweet.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, right? I loved it. It was actually great. The only thing is, like, so a guy came out, and he was covered in sloths. And by covered, I mean, like, 3 of them were on him. And he looked at me. He's like, "Would you like to hold one?" And he stupidly, I mistook a sloth for a koala bear. I'm not even lying. I know. It's such a moron.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, for those who don't know, 80% of koala bears have chlamydia. Okay, so that's a fact, right? So the guy was like, hold a sloth, and I was like, when did it last get tested? Right? And then he looked at me like, what do you want to do to the sloth? Like, what's going on right now? Good. I like that laugh. Whoever that was pretty sweet.
Sizemore.
Who?
That was Sizemore, I think.
Sizemore, you're the best. You're the laugh of the night. That's for sure. That guy should be invited here all the time. I love that guy. Valentine's Day happened. I don't know. I'm single. It's so funny just because, like, I don't know. I have a lot of friends. They love being single. They always tell me, man, I love being single, right? Being in a relationship so boring. And I get it. It sounds boring, you know? Like the word monogamy, that's the boringest word I've ever heard of in my life. You know? Like there's a yawn built into that word. Monogamy. I almost need a pillow just to finish that word. That's how boring that word is. But like, I once dated a girl, man. She actually accused me of not being very romantic, right? Because I don't get her flowers, and I don't get people flowers. Fuck that. They're expensive and they die. You know, that makes no sense to me. I don't like it. I don't. I actually asked her. I was like, "Why do you like flowers?" She's like, "I like them because they're decorative. I like decorative things." So following Valentine's Day, I got her a big box of Christmas lights.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, guess what? She doesn't like decorative things. That was a fun thing to find out. And by the way, I actually Googled it. I fact-checked that too. The only relationship, it turns out, that human beings have with flowers is that if they smell them, they relax us.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Think about that, ladies. That means if a guy ever brings you a bouquet, he's saying, "Hey, you're crazy. Calm down." Right? And I would never do that. I'm a feminist. I am a gentleman, so I would never get women flowers. I don't know. Some people get offended by that joke. I don't want to be one of those comics that says, "Oh, people get so offended," and cancel culture and all that crap, because I don't care. You know what I mean? Get offended. I'm down for that. I am. I don't care if people get offended. It doesn't bother me. Good. Get offended. I seriously will do the joke anyways. I don't really give a shit about your opinion. You know, I don't. Because they're opinions and you're a human with separate experiences. I get that. The only thing I don't understand is when people get offended by words. Now that's the one thing I'll address that I don't understand. You know, is that you could get offended by words. You know, like I get certain words have certain meanings, but like just general swearing or something. Like I was not even swearing. Good God. There was one time I did a show and I called a woman ma'am and she got offended for that. Ma'am. All ma'am means is woman. I checked. Okay. Like she got so upset. She stood up. She's like, "Do I look like a ma'am to you?" I was like, "I'm so sorry. You're right. You're a bitch." Right? Because like, why? Like, how about this? Like, not to cuss too much in a set, but I don't even understand why the word "fuck" is considered offensive. Like, that word was created by a rigid generation back in the days when sex was considered shameful. But nowadays, sex is so tolerant, it's extremely out of context. Right? Like if someone ever came up to me and said, "Go fuck yourself," I'd be like, "Thanks for the reminder." You know what I mean? And I'll admit it, I do sort of like to cuss just because like my mom never let me cuss as a kid. She'd always tell me, "Mike, don't say those adult words." I'd be like, I don't know, Uncle Gary just got fired for calling his boss an asshole. They're not for adults either, it turns out. You know? Because you know what an adult word is to me? An adult word to me would be a word like taxes. Or divorce. Or herpes. Right? The type of word when you hear it, you go, "Fuck." I don't know, man. We do get bothered by a lot of stuff. I think the last time I did this thing, I had a new bit that I was working on. I'm gonna keep working on it. And I just want to say that because I know Mark's here and he's probably heard this bit. But I have a fear of needles. Fucking, it's such a bad fear. It's so bad. Like for me, I sweat and I punch walls. Like I literally in a room, if I have to get a needle, I'll punch walls. You know, it's so embarrassing. Like every time I get a needle or blood drawn out, I want to make a nurse sign an NDA. You know what I mean? And just be like, this doesn't leave the building, you know? Because no one respects us. No one respects us people who have fears of needles. You notice that? Like no one, I had a buddy tell me, he's like, you know, that's an irrational fear. And I was like, irrational? Like where? Slit, you know what I mean? Because I'm getting stabbed. Like that alone gives it reason to be feared, for me to be feared. It's not like you ever get get stabbed and you go perfect. You know what I mean? You want to treat that like a normal. And don't get me wrong, I like to fear shame too, just because I've been fear shamed. So I feel like it's a reciprocal process. I should also get to fear shame certain people. And the people I like to fear shame are people who are scared of ghosts. Those people suck. You know what? You guys are babies. You know, because who's scared of ghosts? How dumb. You know, the only thing that's scary about ghosts is how they died. That's it. That's why, like, old Victorian ghosts were so scary. Because no one died well back then. You know what I mean? They all, like, they got into weird chariot accidents or they fell down a well. You know what I mean? Like, but you wouldn't be scared of modern ghosts, right? Like some kid who dies from a peanut allergy. Like haunting a vegan restaurant, you know, sees me eating a peanut butter and jam sandwich, rolls his eyes at me like, did I get spooked by microaggression? Is that like really going to happen here? You know what I mean? Because like you wouldn't be scared of modern ghosts. Like, most modern ghosts, they die from natural causes because our healthcare is too good. Like it's way too good. Like, you know how like the old ghosts used to have shackles and chains? Like nowadays ghosts would have walkers, you know? They'd be like pulling off their oxygen tank, like, boo. You know, like most ghosts would have scoliosis and you'd be sitting there, ghost flies funny. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know, man. Like what do ghosts really do? They like flicker lights, they move furniture, you know, they bump into stuff. That's just a drunk roommate. You know? Like the real scary part of ghosts is maybe the fact that they use us as therapists. Isn't that like fucking stupid, right? Right? They're always like, please find my dead body, fix my problems. It's like, just go to the afterlife already. You know what I mean? Why do you prefer my attic? Go to heaven. Jesus. I don't know, man. I'd like much rather live in a house of ghosts than a house of rats. That makes like, you know what I mean? Because like ghosts don't hurt you. That's the whole thing of it. Ghosts don't hurt you, but rats spread disease that turn you into ghosts. You know, and some people love ghosts. They love them. Oh my God. Did you know people are actually sexually attracted to ghosts?
What? Ew.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Leah, it's a real thing. I know. That's dope. If I die and become a ghost, I'm going to try to actually. Yeah, I think. You know why? Because what's scarier than love? You know, a ghost is going to make you jump. I'm going to break your heart. You know, there's going to be like, one day I'm going to be in your house with my sexy, translucent, untouchable body. And one day I vanish. I ghost you. I hope these jokes don't come back to haunt me. Who knows, right? I know I didn't want to do that last one either, but the one before I didn't get a big enough laugh, so I'm like, all right, what's the lose? A lot of people are scared of AI. I love that we have an AI thing out here now, right?
Yeah.
Good. Mark's adapting, right? He's showing progress with the robot community.
Working on it, yeah.
I know. Some people are scared. They'll go online. They're like, oh my God, robots are going to kill all of humanity. And I'm like, why are you putting that online? That's where they're going to read it. Right? Like, you have a problem with ghosts or like fucking go, or I'm sorry, you have a problem with robots. Go to an Amish guy's house and vent there. That's where you should be arguing. Because I do. I just love the fact that we're scared of ghosts because we think they'll kill us. They really do. We really do think that they're going to turn on us and kill us, which is basically our way of saying we suck and we know it. You know what I mean? Goes back into the point of like, why do we do this on computers? Why do we make computers anyways? We're our work computers, and not only that, a computer is. So we're just snitching on ourselves. You know what I mean? We're just sitting there. Giving everything to them like they don't talk. I have nothing. Fuck it. You caught me. I have to work on an idea and you're like, I'll keep rolling. And then I'm like, no, I have nothing anymore. Yeah, I get because it was like Valentine's Day. I'll be honest, I'm actually pretty like conservative. I'm not as like wild as you guys probably think I am, and I'm sure you all think I'm wild. I remember when I was young, my parents told me nothing about the birds and the bees. I found out everything on the playground, which is a great resource. Other kids who don't know stuff. You know what I mean? I remember some kid ran up to me. He's like, I just found out masturbation causes.
Oh no.
I was like, I don't care. I could still find it.
Wait, I think you froze up.
Froze.
Did you freeze for everybody, or is that just me?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's breaking up.
Yeah, we lost what masturbation causes, and I'm taking notes. So,
oh, good. Jesus, that'd be the best. Oh, this is the best place to end then, on a cliffhanger. Right? I'll finish the joke on the next one. This is how I get my bookings, by the way. You know?
Oh no! Oh no!
It's like, yeah, okay, I could do the joke again. Is that the only time I like froze in this whole set?
It was like going in and out, but I caught everything. I don't know if it was.
Got scratchy once in a while.
Well, I thought a few of my jokes didn't get the laughs they deserve, so I'm going to blame it on this. Just for
Feel free.
Yeah, I froze on all the parts that I wasn't working. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, on the playground, kids are telling me masturbation causes blindness. I was like, I don't care. I could still find it.
That's funny.
Anyways, you guys have been absolutely amazing. Please follow me on Instagram at Michael Harrison Comedian and on my YouTube. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Yeah. Follow Michael. Do it. Follow him. And follow Kelly too. Follow everybody that's on the show. I was just thinking about making a little bit of a shared doc of a lot of the performers that we have on the show. And then just putting it, just dumping all the links to the projects that they're working on, where to follow them, their social medias. I'm thinking about doing that and then putting it in the invite for the show so people could follow along. Because sometimes people message me, a week after the show, and they're like, "Hey, what was that? Who was that person last week?" And I'm like, "All right, I'm already doing the work anyways." This is what I'm saying. I'm already doing the work, what you guys have been working on. So it'll be good. And then you'll have something to watch in your car on the way to work on Tuesday morning, which is what I do. I watch everybody that performs on here. If they have a new thing that I haven't seen, I watch it, and then I rate how good it is on how dangerous my driving is, because I put the full video on my tiny little cell phone screen, and then I put it on my dashboard right in my line of vision, and then we see what happens. That's how it goes. But no, if you like what you've seen tonight, then you like Canada. I don't know what else to say. Maybe we convinced you to help fight for it to become the 51st state. No, I'm just joking. Well, that would be like the ultimate bait and switch. I'd be like, you love that. Come on, let's get them into America with us now. So let's keep them separated. It's better that way for everybody involved, I assume. They don't want our guns. We apparently don't want healthcare because it makes healthcare worse. That's literally the argument that I've been hearing Eric Sizemore is just
What?
that we don't want the Canadian healthcare because it'll make our terrible healthcare more terrible somehow. People like, I don't know what little piece of holding on to American healthcare anyone in this country has, but it's terrible. But anyways, so no, if you like what you've seen, donate to the Venmo that I posted earlier. It's my full name, which apparently makes everybody laugh every time I say it. So I'm not going to do it this week. It's the best joke I have is telling people my real name. People don't believe it. No, my last name is Hornback. So Mark Hornback at Mark-Hornback at Venmo. And I will say something about my last name that's really funny is I have to spell, like a lot of times by default, I just spell it out when I'm closing out a tab at a bar, because I realized that in a loud bar, people would ask for I'd ask to close out, the server would ask for my name. I would say Hornback and they would walk away pissed off until one time I flagged the person down again and they said, I thought you yelled Hornbag. And I was like, why would that be like a joke or like something that I would yell at you? So now I just spell my name by default anyway. So any of that confusion, it's very strange. But then I'll convert it to American pennies, then to Canadian toonies and loonies, and then put it into PayPal, and then ship it over in a case of Fireball whiskey. So please, Brandon, how many crimes did I admit to in that sentence? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Hypothetically, several.
Hypothetically several. Okay, good. That's why I have my resident legal counsel on the show. There wasn't enough crime on the show. There was really only a couple. There was Kelly's lookout for the drug deal was really the only major crime of tonight. So I had to get some more in there. Oh yeah, and my driving. You're right, Brandon called out my driving. I'm watching everybody's. I'm not doing the full thing. I'm not actually putting it into my Facebook Meta Quest glasses and watching it while I'm driving. I will do once we raised enough money to buy me a Tesla Cybertruck. I guarantee I will do that. Then crash and burn. Okay. Anyways, Michael Harris has got to go to the gym. See you, Michael. And thank you, Kelly. And we'll see you next week. Nico Lockoff is going to be on next week, and a few other people that are all set. I think Mike Madgett's going to be on too, and a couple other folks. So thank you very much, and I'll see you all again next week. Goodbye. Oh, if anyone wants to come to Toronto on May 19th. Kelly's recording her second album. Did you name it yet? I want to know if you named it. You did. Is it a pun?
It's not a pun, but it's a good title.
Will you share it, or is it?
Sure. Album number 2 will be called Lady Comic.
Yeah. Nice. Good. Good. So go to Toronto May 19th. Get your tickets now. You might not need a passport by then. That's all I'm going to say. Hopefully you do. She just flicks me off. This is amazing. All right. Well, everybody have fun watching the U.S.-Canada game later this week where we will settle the fate of Canada's sovereignty on as the Canadians preferred. What if Canada was just like, fuck it, let's just do it here. We'll just get Trump to shut up. Let's just do it here. I think do it on the eyes. All right. I'll see you all next week. Have a great one. Bye-bye. See you later.
Everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Mark.